Okay. Hi everyone, it's me Subir Bhomik, SB English World, and today I am going to teach about verb. In English grammar, without salt, and the curry is like this, and in English grammar, the situation is like this. Here, the verb is the, we know that what is the definition of verb. Verb is the doing word. So that is why, according to the Rain and Martin, a verb is a word that tells or the asserts about some persons or something. So that is called the verb. And today my discussion about the kinds of verbs. So first time we have to know the verbs. Basically verbs are two types. Number one is principal verb. Number two is auxiliary verb. First time we have to know the auxiliary verbs is the two types. Primary auxiliary, the spelling is very important in English grammar. So auxiliary, according to the syllable, auxiliary, not for the auxiliary. Accent is auxiliary. So another is a modal, or modal verb means modal auxiliary. So primary auxiliary, sometimes the meaning is fully changed. Here the two verbs. So here the one example, he has come to school. So one verb is the have verb has, and the main verb is come, came, come. It is a past participle form of the main verb. So that is why he has come. Has is the auxiliary verb, but here the meaning is fully changed. So that is why he has come. The two verbs are existed. Sometimes the have is only one verb, and at that moment only one finite verb. I have a car. I have a book. There is no the main verb. Okay, so that is why you should not be confused have or has. And another example is am or is or are, is all are the be verbs in present tense. Past tense is was or were. Have verb had, has, past tense had. Do verb do, does, did. Don't be confused according to the spelling, not DOAC. Most of the students the misspelled DOAC. So here the third person singular number. So that is why DOS or ES. Here the spelling is does, DOES. Have you understood, everyone? Sijoni, Dia, yes, Shobhik and Shumon. Please explain me, please query me, please ask me if you have any confused also. So here we learn here the verb is the two types, primary auxiliary and the modal auxiliary. Okay, auxiliary verb is the two types, primary auxiliary and the modal auxiliary. Is it clear, the primary auxiliary? Because here the two verbs. Am is are, when the example is I am going, he is coming, all are the am or is and the main verb. So the verb is a fully changed, sometimes the continuous tense, sometimes the perfect tense. Here the perfect tense, present perfect tense. Construction is subject plus have or has plus past participle form of the main verb. So that is why here the third person singular number, the subject he, and the subject is he. Helping verb, primary auxiliary or helping verb, say have or has. Here the V3, the past participle form of the main verb, the to school. So he has come to his school is the primary auxiliary. And then the change the primary auxiliary and the modal auxiliary. Only one verb. So after helping verb always the present form. This is the difference of the primary auxiliary and the modal auxiliary. The one example is, we know the modal auxiliary means can, could, spelling is COULD. Use the L is the silent letter. Sometimes the some letters are silent in English. So here according to the COULD, not here the accent is not the could. Here the accent is could. So can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, must and ought to and should is same here. Ought to, but after should don't use to, only ought to. So one example is we ought to help the poor. One example is we ought to help. The object is poor. Here the yes poor is the all poor people. So that is why. So here the modal auxiliary is we ought to. The main verb is help. There is no change the past tense. Only the after helping verb. Remember this. Always the main verb is the present form. This is the difference primary auxiliary and the modal auxiliary. And this is the common the helping verb modal auxiliary may. Here the question purpose interrogative sentence. May I come in? Anybody wants to enter the room. So that is why the permission is very important. Not the can I come in. The example is may I come in, sir? Here the may. So modal verb is the first, and after that the subject, and after that the V1 or present form of the main verb. There is no past tense. So may I come in? It is the interrogative forms. Sometimes the may is subject plus may. The example is you may go there. Suppose your private tuition is finished. So that is why the teacher will tell you that you may go there. Okay, as you like it. So here the two example is he can write. Here the modal verb is can. The main verb is the write. It is always the present form because the modal verb after modal verb is the present form. Remember this. Memorize this. Here is the assertive sentence first, and number two is the interrogative sentence. So may I come in? The preposition is last. Okay. May I come out or may I come in? He wants to enter. So after enters the meaning is in, but here the come. So there is no enter. So may I come in, sir? Is a permission purpose. And another example is we must. Sometimes you should not be confused. The must and should. Okay. So we must do this. It's your responsibility. We must do this. Okay. We must do our homework. It's a common letters. It's a common sentence. We must do this because as you are a student and teachers have already done the work. So that is why you use the sentence we must do this. We must do the mathematics. We must do the sum. Okay. So here the example is the auxiliary verbs and the previous principal verb is a fully complete. And please, do you have any question? Please ask me or query me also. Another is the finite verb. Verb is the two types. Number one is finite. Number two is the non-finite. Here the non-finite or infinitive. Okay. But in this class, I don't wanna any confused. The infinitive is second part. The today's my classes are verbs. So here you have to know the non-finite is infinitive. Okay. The to plus verb. There is no meaning. The subject plus infinitive. So meaning is incomplete. So this is not the sentence. Like this. She goes home. Here the goes is the finite verbs. Only the sentence. What is the sentence? When you create the sentence, when you make the sentence, the finite verb is the must. Okay? You must use the finite verbs. Without finite verb, the meaning is incomplete the sentence. So remember this. So she goes home. I go to school. She goes to office. So all are only the main verb. Subject, according to the subject is she. Okay, and the person is, what is the person? She. Is it first person, second person, or third person? Please tell me. Is it first person, second person, or third person? It is third person. The number is singular number because only one, she. So according to person and number, okay, the person is third, number is singular number. In English grammar, we know that there are two numbers in English grammar. Number one is the singular number, number two is more than one, the plural number. So here the she and goes. So meaning is complete. She goes. So here the finite verb is a goes. And the non-finite. What is the definition? Non-finite. According to the person and number, the subject and the verb, there is no meaning. Meaning is incomplete. So non-finite verb. What is the example? So he to learn. Is it the meaning? He to learn. The sentence Shumon, Shobik, Dia and Sijoni. He to learn. Is it sentence? Yes or no? No. Why? Because the meaning is incomplete. He, but here the finite verb. When you want to express the sentence, the finite verb is complete. Finite verb is compulsory. That is why the goes is a finite verb. Because according to the number and person, he is a third person singular number. So that is why he goes. The meaning is complete. And this is the sentence. But he to learn. Here the to plus main verb. The purpose. So it's an infinitive. I have already started to teach. Before starting the finite and the non-finite verbs. Non-finite verb is the infinitive. The infinitive is the two types. Full infinitive and the bare infinitive. Next video, definitely I will explain clearly the finite and the non-finite on the infinitives. Is a simple is infinitive or main infinitive and the zero infinitive or bare infinitive without two. Here the example is he to learn. Is the meaning is incomplete. So that is it is a non-finite. Is it clear? If you don't, if you are confused, okay, if you can't understand, please tell me. So he is the subject. To learn is a verb, but this verb is the non-finite verb. He to learn. Don't think is it the Bengali, your mother tongue is Bengali. There is no interpret in English grammar. Always English to English. Okay. So that is why you should respect the language. So he to learn is the incomplete, the sentence. So to learn is the meaning is incomplete. The sentence is he goes to learn English language. What is the English language? The English is the two types. One is literature, okay, the subject, and number two is the verb, okay, the grammar, basic grammar and the writing skills. So that is the English language, So to learn any language, speaking is more than the writing. It is an array. So that is why you should open your mouth. If you can't understand, okay, please ask me. Okay, have you understood? So verb, first I have already taught the principal verb and auxiliary verbs. And number two, the auxiliary verb is the two types. Primary auxiliary and the modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary is modal verb. And we use sometimes the can you help me? May I come in, sir? We must do the work. Okay? We should go there. We ought to help the poor. Okay, how dare you continue? Dare. We need not go there. Need. We need not go there. Yes. And will you? Okay, will you help me? Will you go to school tomorrow? Will. And today's English is always the I after that will. So you should not use after I shall. This is a modern English, always the after subject I and plus will. So I will go there. Is the when I will do the work. I will do the job because you must do the job. So that is why I will. Always there is no I shall. I will. And can, could, sometimes could or would is not the interrogative sentence. When you will learn the basic narration change. Okay. So could you, in spoken English, the common sentence is, popular sentence is, could you have a cuppa? Means could you have a cup of tea when one guests come, you are a host. So that is why you know how to maintain the hospitality. Okay. So that is why one guest come on, and that is why, and in the scorching heat. So could you have a glass of cold water, or could you have a cup of tea? You are a Bengali, that is why the kappa is the spoken English. Could you have a cup of tea? Here the could you have a cup of tea? Could you have a glass of cold water? And here the sentence is not the interrogative sentence. It is the imperative sentence. When you will learn the narration change, because the could is the request purpose. Okay, don't be confused. Can or could, but the can, I can write, he can dance, she can sing. Okay, she can sing a sweet song. Okay, she can sing a sweet song. Song is a cognate object, but basic is it can, must, can, could, shall, should, will, would. All are the use the example. Learn in English grammar is the example. Okay, complete. After that, the transitive and the intransitive verb. When the verb has object is here. Okay, can you tell me, Sijali, what is the object here? Right. Very good. Clap, Sijali. Clap. Big clap. Big hands. Okay. Here the rice is object. It is a transitive verb. He is the subject. Can you tell me which person is it? It is third person. Which number is it? Singular number. Oh yes, it is clear. Very good. He eats rice. The object, this verb has object, so that is why it is transitive. When the verb has no object, it is intransitive. Very easy way to learn. What is the example? The bird flies. The bird fly. Why the yes? Can you tell me why what is the verb? The verb is fly. Okay. Plus fly plus yes. So fly. Here the Y is semi-vowel. So F-L-I plus yes. The spelling is flies. Okay. So according to the technique, and I think you should not misspell it and the syllable. So the bird flies. There is no object. The bird flies. There is no object. He plays. So which game he plays? So is it transitive or intransitive? He plays. Is it transitive? It is intransitive. Which game? Okay. He plays football or cricket. So there is no yes. So that is why that verb is I have already taught the transitive and intransitive. Last two verb it is very important. Today's English teaching, the teacher should the dynamic or the event, state verb and event verb. So that is why state verb and the event verb is very, very important also. And here you may ask me the question. State verb is only there is no running. Okay, there is no moving. The parts we have parts of body. So that is why sometimes today's teacher should not like a statue, not the sitting in a chair. Today's teacher is like a dynamic, just dynamic, or the running and according to the fulfill the student's dream. So that is why teacher should be the very energetic in spoken English. And the one example is state verb. I feel. You realize. Feel means realize. The synonym feel is R-E-A-L-I-A-C and R-E-A-L-I-Z-E. British English, American English, S or Z according to them. Okay, in spoken English, realize the native speaker. So here the I feel tired. You feel tired means exhausted. Tired means fatigued. So feel. There is no moving. But one example here, she is going to college. Okay, can you tell me is it state verb or is it Even verb. Even verb means the dynamic when you are the moving. So please easy. It is very X easy. She is going to college. The verb is going. Go. Is it state verb or even verb? Why? Because the go only the two words, the destination, that is the moving. Okay, walking is a good exercise. So every day you walk in the morning. So walk is state verb or even verb? Okay, is it clear, everyone? Have you understood? Yes, very good. And I think you will learn properly the verbs. And if you can't understand the verb, I think it is very impossible to teach the voice change, narration changes. And please the like and subscribe my channels. And if you any ask me, and don't forget to comments, much more share. And if you have no teacher in English grammar teacher, I think this video will help you a lot. Okay, thumbs up.